Good afternoon, Mr. Noble. This is Darnell from BMW in Porsche of Ocala. Just like I mentioned, I'll make a video on a new 2018 X1. As you can see, there's a bit of a difference between the model that you have and this one. As we discussed last night, it does give you a little bit more head clearance. The body shape is a little bit more aerodynamic than it used to be. You have a new headlight design. The grills are a little bit more pronounced in this generation. They have a new engine with this model. It's still a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. This generation produces 228 horsepower, which you get at 5,000 RPM, and 258 pound-foot of torque that you get from 1,450 RPM, which is quite impressive because at that low RPM it's barely above idle, but means you're getting power very early on. There's some standard equipment that's changed with the new generation, such as adding the backup camera. You have a 6.5-inch display. This one, due to the equipment, has a navigation, which I'll show you once we get inside. You have newly designed tail lights. These are the mats in the rear, so it has the all-weather mats as well as the trunk mat. You didn't lose any space. You got extra space underneath this mat for storage. This car has the convenience package, which is going to come with your comfort access keyless entry. So when you put your hands in the door handle, unlock the car, when you touch the top of the door handle, it'll lock the car, and there are notches that you can touch to do that. But you also get 2 buttons on your hatch. So the button on the left is actually going to close the hatch, while the button on the right will close and lock it when you're getting out of the car and the car is shut off. That way, when you unload everything, you don't have to fumble around for a key. It's right there for you. It's a very nice wheel design going into this new generation. I know you were worried about your husband having space, but if it makes you feel any better, I'm 6'3", and I fit in this pretty comfortably. This has a beige interior, like I mentioned. It has the vents in the rear for your passengers. And here are the notches I was mentioning on the door. So you touch here and it'll lock the car. You put your hand inside and it'll unlock it. One of the few things that these cars that most people don't know about is a standard, and BMW's been doing this for a long time. If you have the key, you can press and hold the unlock button, and it's going to roll down the windows so that you can kind of vent the car when you're not in it, which is a really nice feature to have, especially here in Florida. And it'll even open the sunroof too. Now with this car having a convenience package, you do have the panoramic sunroof as well. Okay, so going up front, you can see it's a new design for the seats. It's a very beautiful interior. It looks a little bit more elegant than the previous generation, in my opinion. You have the power seats with the memory and lumbar support. Okay. With your new instrument cluster, a newly designed steering wheel. You have your cruise control settings on the left side, volume control, radio control, and your control right here, so you can cycle through radio stations, or if you have your phone connected, you can hit the phone button and it'll cycle through your call history. That way you don't have to take your hands off the wheel. You do have a button to hang up and answer the phone, and then you have your voice control button. Do have automatic headlights as standard with the fog lights. Now this is the new iDrive. So like I mentioned yesterday, it's touchscreen, so you can hit the home button from here. You can still use the controller like you do with the last generation. The buttons are slightly different, it's not a huge difference. But you have your main menu button here, and you have your quick access buttons surrounding it, and then you have your back and option button below that. But here's the new layout to the iDrive. If you press the home icon, it takes you to your home screen. If you press this icon again on the top, now it's going to show you all the different tabs that you can go to, and you can rearrange them if you'd like. Say you wanted the, let's see, my vehicle info on the main page. You can press and hold, and now you can swipe it over. And now on the home page, you have my vehicle and navigation. Now I know you had a concern about the navigation. This is the new display. It's a lot brighter, a little bit more detailed than it used to be. And like I said, when you're using your nav, it's gonna, when you get close to your destination or intersection, it's gonna zoom in automatically so you can see the turn coming up. I said this car does have a backup camera, so this is equipped. I'm gonna put the backup camera on for a second. You can see the display is a lot better than it used to be. Okay, we turn the wheel, the lines go with it. The red lines show the maximum turning radius. Okay. Then you have the obstacle markers there as well, so you can see that green block there. When you start getting too close to stuff, it's going to show you that you're getting close to an obstacle. You do have the driving dynamics control. You press this button to go into the Eco Pro mode. Hit back up to go into your comfort. So it shows you here in the iDrive. So Eco Pro, comfort, and then you have your sport mode. You can change it while driving. And another small change that they made is the electronic parking brake. It's no longer a hand brake. Display is digital, a lot nicer display than it used to be. And having the panoramic roof really opens up the interior. Okay, I'm gonna step out and take one more good look of the X1. Definitely a good looking car, lighter combination just like you wanted. It's the S-Drive 28i. Hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.